edarthmagnus back with another video, but this time it's going to be an unboxing video for a product that will replace this. These are my Airpods 2 with a wireless charging case that I use every single day. I'd say maybe 6 to 8 hours per day. I use this a lot. I use it just as much as my Apple Watch and my iPhone. And before you say I am an Apple head, I'm not, because I freaking hate Mac. Anywho, these have been awesome. I am constantly switching between my iPhone and my iPad as I'm working throughout the day, and having the ability to switch audio automatically like magic between both of the devices has been perfect. I've been using these for about 2 years now, every single day for quite a while. And as you can see, they have a pretty good amount of mileage and earwax. But anyway, the point of this video is going to be not only to unbox the new AirPod 3s, but also decide if you should actually upgrade, especially if you have a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 set of AirPods. So we'll put these aside here, and here they are, the AirPods 3. Been waiting quite a while. I was actually pretty disappointed when Apple did not debut these along with the new iPhone and the new Apple Watch, but they came through here about a week ago. All right, so interesting package. They have it kind of shrink wrapped here. Weird. All right. Let's go ahead and free these suckers. There we go. All right, so here is the AirPods 3 box. Yeah, pretty nice design. You can definitely already see quite a bit of a difference in terms of the AirPods themselves. Look at that. Now, I always made fun of the AirPods before I got a set, and I still do. It's just a hideous design. I mean, look at that. It looks like, I don't know, when you have them on, it looks like Elmer's glue is dripping out of your ear, or something far, far dirtier that I will not say in this video. But anyway, these are much more discreet and a lot more like the AirPods Pro. Now, you may be asking, well, how come you didn't get the AirPods Pro, edarthmagnus? Well, my ears don't really like that silicone tip in my ear. I just feel like they're just too slippery and they get all greasy and gross, and I just absolutely hate them. So that's why I always preferred the AirPods. Plus, the AirPod design fits perfectly in my ear. I know that's not the case for everybody, unfortunately. Like my wife, she has very tiny ears. I call her baby ears, and they just don't fit well in her ears. But they're perfect for me. So let's go ahead and open this up. A couple of tabs here. All right. Yes, designed by Apple in California. Not manufactured in California, though. Douchebags. All right. Manuals, all that stuff, yada yada. Okay. All right, so I guess we might as well take a look at some of the features. The AirPods 3 have more of a AirPods Pro style case, as you can see there. And they also come with wireless charging, just like the Gen 2 with the wireless charging case, so that's gonna be nice. And I'll put all this crap away. I'm pretty sure if I don't read this later, I will be sued by Apple, so I'll be sure to do that. And always be sure to read your terms and conditions, kids. We're Americans and we like to litigate. All right, so here they are, finally, the AirPods 3. Feels good. Before we get to the AirPods, let's see if there's anything else in here. No. Oh! All right, looks like they have the Type-C to Lightning port cable. I think that's what the iPhones are shipping with as well. Still no Type-C to Type-C. It's kind of annoying, but at least you get the Type-C to the Lightning cable. So that's nice. All right, put that back. I will probably never see this again because I have a wireless charging base and stuff for all my devices. All right, look at this. I have the protective packaging. And yeah, here is the case. Let's take a look at the case first. As always, it's an Apple product, so it's beautiful, nice and clean, well designed. You know, that's why you pay such a premium. These, I was actually surprised that they were selling for $170. I figured that they were going to go to pro levels, and then once the second gen pros came out, those were going to be, you know, close to $300. But no, they kept them, I think, around the same price, maybe a little bit more. Not too bad. I guess while we have the Gen 2s here, I guess we can just go ahead and compare the size of them. Now I have my Gen 2s in an ultra thin silicone case, just to prevent scratches like that from happening. As you can see here, they're not very thick at all, so you should be able to get a pretty good size comparison. So side by side, a lot shorter, but definitely wider. That's what she said. You flip open the lid, and boom, there you are. Now, just on first sight, the AirPods 3 look a lot bigger. That's interesting. Let's pull one of these suckers out. Oh yeah, they're very kind of alien-like now. That's interesting. So in terms of features, I probably won't bore you guys too much. I'll leave a link in the description down below, so you can read all the description or all the features of the new AirPods 3. But just to kind of give you an idea of why I bought these now have water resistance, whereas the Gen 2s and Gen 1s did not. So stuff like running in the rain, maybe even using them in the shower was just a no-go for the Gen 2s and Gen 1s. So that's pretty much why I bought them. Plus, now they finally added controls here on the stem. As you can see, there's a little flat spot, which I think you'll be able to customize in the menu or in the settings. So you can basically set up different actions per side. I think one you can set up to pause, play, skip, raise volume, all that kind of stuff, which is going to be great. I'll probably set mine to volume controls, just because telling Siri to adjust the volume sometimes can take like 5 seconds or something. It's very annoying. So this is just going to be far better. Instead of telling, you know, lazy ass Siri what to do, I can just reach up into my ear and do a little clicky. But yeah, look at that. Big size difference. And the bulb, I guess we can say, is definitely feels bigger. It's more oblong than it is more round here with the Gen 1/Gen 2. It's definitely wider, or I guess more oval, we could say. And then from the side profile, yeah, you can definitely tell these are quite a bit bigger. I thought they were going to be pretty close to the same size, but no, I was wrong. Which we'll add that to the very long list of stuff that I'm wrong on. The opening for the audio is far bigger as well, as you can tell. So that should be able to drive quite a bit more audio into your ear hole, which is cool. Also, the in-ear detection is quite a bit bigger as well here, as you can see. There it is on the AirPods Gen 1 or Gen 2. And then at the end of the stem, at least on the left side, no mic. I wonder where the mic is. Let's check the other side. Maybe only one side has it? No. Oh, wait. Oh, I see it there. It's got a little tiny port right there for the mic, which I think is kind of interesting. I wonder why they did that. Oh, wait, no. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's very interesting. Look how much smaller that mic port is. Interesting. Also, one thing that they cleaned up, and that I can tell right from the get-go, is they cleaned up the contact points for the charging on the AirPods here. This always looked a little weird to me, almost like an afterthought. It didn't seem super polished, but now this seems very polished. Just nice little contact points right here on the stem, instead of these like protruding things here that really don't fit. Oh, I guess they're kind of flush, but they're just not very elegant. This is very nice and elegant. Look at that. Very cool. All right, so let's get the AirPods out of here and we'll take a look at the case one more time. I think I will like, I mean, it's almost like you're pretty much putting an AirPods 1/2 on its side. And then basically that's what you carry around. Instead of opening it on the top, you open it on the side, which I think is far, far better since you have more real estate to grab your AirPods from. Very cool. Still nice, satisfying, magnetic door there. Clasp, I guess you could say. Still the same lightning cable, which I never use. I always just wirelessly charge mine. Yeah, very nice. Well, I don't want to say I'm happy with the purchase because I still want to test them out, and I'll leave you guys my review in just a couple of moments here. But yeah, as far as unboxing, pretty standard fare. Very different product than I thought I was going to get, to be honest. I mean, not that the quality is bad or anything like that, but the size of the product is interesting. I didn't think it was going to be that much, kind of thicker. It does feel more solid. It doesn't feel as dainty, which is very nice. It definitely feels more like the Pro than just a regular AirPod, if that makes sense. This is very cool. I am very much looking forward into testing it out for you guys, and I'll give you my thoughts in just a moment. Alright, kids. So I spent the full day with the new AirPods 3, and I have some thoughts. First, let's talk about living with this design. I think this was a little bit more comfortable, to be honest. The design of the AirPods 1 and 2, just having all this amount of space or real estate to just flick it upwards, I don't know, it just felt easier for some reason. This is a little awkward. It's hard to do with one hand, especially if you have medium to large size hands here. Small hands, I'm sure will be fine, but yeah, so just so you can see, that is harder than this. So that's kind of a bummer. Next, pulling out the AirPods themselves. So much easier on the AirPods 3. Like, this is annoying. Like, if you have medium to large size hands, like doing this, this little dainty maneuver like that, very annoying. With AirPods 3, that's really not an issue anymore. You have so much real estate here. Very easy to grip out of there. That definitely was a huge bonus. Now, let's get going with the good stuff. Good stuff, the auto pairing, fantastic, flawless. The auto switching between devices works even better than the AirPods 2, which is awesome to see. That worked great. The controls here on the stem, which is, for example, if you're listening to music, you click once, pauses, plays, click it twice, skips. If you click it 3 times, it goes in reverse. So that was pretty cool. Something that you really can't do with the AirPods 1 and 2. If you want to pause it, you actually have to take it out of your ear. That will stop it. Sometimes you put it back in your ear, sometimes it will play. It's not flawless, so it's not great. And what's another nice feature is that since you're just grabbing the stem here and very gently clicking a button in the stem, it's a huge upgrade to what you were able to do with AirPods 1 and 2. With these, what you gotta do is, while it's in your frigging ear, you have to tap it. And when you tap it, actually you couldn't even tap it once, you had to tap it twice to skip. On your right ear, tap it twice to go back on your left ear. Or you could set it up in reverse. It really depended on your settings. But whenever you did that, it would like smack it against your eardrum, which was very annoying. So now, another huge upgrade. You just, squeeze the stem right here. It's fantastic. So that's another upgrade. Let's talk about spatial audio, which is a new thing that was introduced with, I think, the AirPods Pro last year. Basically what it does is you put the AirPods on, and depending on where your iPhone is or whatever device is playing your media, you could turn your head and you'd hear the sound mostly on the left ear, for example, or you could turn to your right and you could hear it mostly on the right ear. I think it's kind of cool and kind of a gimmick. I don't think it's an end-all be-all feature. I think it's cool, especially when you do the little demo in the Bluetooth settings. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. But when I was listening to music earlier today, I still had the spatial audio on. I turned my head here and there just to see if it was actually working, and I didn't feel like it added anything to the experience. I noticed it, I saw that it was there, but I really didn't feel like it did anything for my listening pleasure, if that makes sense. So, spatial audio, take it or leave it. Really, it's a preference, to be honest. Now let's talk about the not so bad stuff and what I think is going to be the reason for you to either buy or not buy these headphones. And that's the size. As I mentioned a couple of moments ago in YouTube time, when I pulled these out, I saw a problem already brewing. This oblong shape instead of this more round shape, I kind of felt like that was going to be an issue from the get-go. And sure enough, yep, these for my ears just fit perfectly. I never get tired of my AirPods in my ear. I don't feel it, being tender after a while. It just sits there. Now, I know that's not the case for every single person. For example, my wife and our best friend, they both say that these AirPods are too big and they just fall out or they hurt after wearing them a while. Which, it makes sense if you have small ears, aka baby ears. But since there's no flex to these, there's no give, you have a pretty hard piece of plastic in your ear. I could see how that could hurt, especially if they don't fit great. But that's never been an issue for me. But as soon as I saw these monsters, I knew that, I was in trouble. And sure enough, they were. Usually about 30 minutes to an hour of continuous use. Just my left ear. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just deformed by birth. My parents should have never moved next to that nuclear power plant, but either way, here I am with one ear smaller than the other. Again, I don't know how that happened. But in my left ear, this little bastard hurts after a little while. Like 30 minutes. It doesn't take long. It just annoys me. Now, one thing that I figured out is that if it's starting to annoy you, just kind of twist it a little bit, or maybe push it in a little bit further, or maybe just twist it downwards. Either way, just repositioning it tends to alleviate some of the pressure that it's making, and it makes it more bearable. So I think that's really what's gonna make or break these headphones for most people. If you found that the AirPods 1 and 2 were too big and hurt your ears, do not get these. Absolutely do not. They will definitely be uncomfortable and you're gonna have to send them back, and it's gonna turn into a whole thing. It's gonna eat up your Sunday afternoon. Nobody wants that. So that's what I would recommend. If these are too big, don't buy the AirPods 3. You're gonna regret it. I guarantee it. Now, if you're like me and you can deal with the pain, I think the benefits far outweigh the deficits that the AirPods 3 have. Because not only Are they easier to live with on a day-to-day basis, just being able to pluck them out? Although it's kind of hard to flick that upwards. I think that will change once I get a case for this. Yeah, I think they're easier to live with. The battery life is fantastic, definitely better than these. Again, the spatial audio, take it or leave it. Not a game changer there, in my opinion. But the way that they look is just so much better looking. You don't have a ton of Elmer's glue or man glue coming out of your ear, which is nice. And one thing I didn't cover, the sound quality is so much better on these. I'd say it's at least a 20% improvement. You will definitely be able to distinguish the quality of the audio. Not that the AirPods 2 were bad. By no means they were the best Bluetooth headset that I've used so far. Not taking into account noise canceling and those giant cans and stuff like that. But just in your Bluetooth headset, I'd say these were the best I've used so far. These are even better. A good 20% jump in audio quality. And then when you mix in the spatial audio, maybe it immerses you a little bit better and it improves your experience. I don't know. That's going to be up to you to decide. But for me, I think I'm definitely happy with the purchase. There are some cons there, definitely some drawbacks compared to the AirPods 2, but I think enough for me to keep these around for the immediate future. Yeah, one thing's for certain, definitely get a case, because the only thing that's slipperier than an ice cube or greased up deaf guy is this freaking case. I forgot how slippery AirPods cases are. I've had my AirPods 2 in this case since day one, and this is quite grippy since it's ultra thin silicone. But this, oh my god, it's crazy slippery. I found myself almost dropping this a couple times. So if you get yourself really any AirPods, whether it's the Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, or the AirPods Pro, get yourself a case for the AirPods case, because this thing will fly straight out of your pocket. But other than that, I hope you guys liked my unboxing, my first impressions, and my review. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button, all that good stuff. As I mentioned in other videos, I am definitely wanting to take this channel into a new direction, where it includes cars, tech, movies, games, pretty much as much cool shit as you can think of, and I would love for you guys to be a part of it. So go ahead and do so, and leave me a comment down below if you guys are looking to upgrade or maybe pick some of these up used on eBay. I'm sure there's going to be tons of these that are available for probably 50 or 60 bucks, which I think is a great deal. If you can get these for 60, 70 bucks, that's the way to go. It's an excellent value, especially if you have multiple iDevices. But if you are down to cough up $180 or so for the new Gen 3, I don't think you'll be disappointed, as long as you have manly ears that can accommodate them. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, kids, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.